Hello, people. Today I want to give you an easy introduction into GLSL. I have prepared a couple of examples that might interest you. Here I use a very basic sinus and cosinus function paired with time to stretch this noise texture. See how I use the X and Y coordinates to achieve this look. VUV is basically the internal function for the UV mapping, known in 3D software. Each pixel has its coordinate that you can modify. Feel free to play around with values. There is the so-called Book of Shaders website that lists all possible math functions. Some variables you have to put in yourself, like time. Shaders from ShatterToy also use an higher resolution variable that is not provided by TouchDesigner. Speaking of ShatterToy, you can easily copy their code into the TouchDesigner shaders. Things like in-out and the variables are handled differently, though. Specific things like those iterations are most interesting for me and provide the information I need. Use variables and everything TouchDesigner related to build your own creations. In the last example, I want to show you how you can use two different textures that alternate depending on the axis. I made a foam material and turned it into GLSL. This way I have all coordinates ready to use. The difference is that you can use the world position and the vertices position itself in the pixel shader. The communication between vertex and pixel is the out and in. In my example, I load the two previous examples into the pixel shader and use the coordinates given from the vertex shader. First, I created some variables, like the size of the alternation and fade in between. The smooth step is used in both directions to create a fade. This creates something we know of as a ramp. After that, the color of both textures is put on top of everything else, like shadows and reflections. You can modify the UV with a texture map pop or in texture SOP. For me, I always like the most simple modification. Just a plain distortion is always the most satisfying.